Mr. Towns, we are in geometry. All right, in my little slice of paradise. This is great. I get to be back here with Sadie. I haven't seen you since freshman year. That's right. I'm going to throw you under the bus immediately. We came into geometry class because we wanted some of the people to see that although, of course, all our teachers are content experts and teach their content, that we don't just send our students out into the world with content. We try and teach life lessons constantly, as I know teachers throughout the state of New Jersey and across the country do. That's part of how we envision our job. But first, Mr. Towns, besides geometry, what do you teach?
I teach regular geometry, advanced geometry, BC calculus, and multivariable calculus this year.
All right, so you guys are all going to probably head for that AP Calc someday, maybe. I know that I took that in high school, and that could be a mind blower. That's a good one.
It's a challenging course.
So, Mr. Towns, we're going to let you explain to the gang how you're going to introduce. He's going to eventually teach the geometry lesson, but this is kind of a little math equation lead into the lesson in a sense, I guess.
Yeah,
so
more of a...
I'm going to let you roll, and I'm going to get out of here, and we'll see you when you're done.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Mr. Rafter. So, again, let's develop as we operate in any class, not just this class, but in any class. How do you view your class? Like, how do you view your role in class? Like, how do you view yourself in the world, really, is what it comes down to. So what we're going to do today is we're going to develop a little bit of culture. And we're going to do that through how you think you ought to be, how you think you ought to behave, the qualities of a great student. So what I'd like to do is call up two volunteers to help us write some things on the board. Just any two, it doesn't matter. All right, come on up. Come on up, come on up. Very good. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so what I want you to think of, class, and you two at the board too, if you have something, yell it out, and just as you're yelling it out, write it up on the board. So we'd like to develop as many words as we can that are qualities or great traits of a great student or a great classmate. Okay, kind of one and the same, if you will. So if you can think of those qualities that you think that a student ought to have or a classmate ought to have, let's hear it. And we'll talk about them at the end. We'll kind of get our list up there, and we'll kind of discern which ones that we really want to target. So what do you think? What makes a great classmate? What makes a great student? Yes, sir.
Responsibility.
Responsibility. Keep them coming, guys. They can write fast.
Respect.
Respect.
Organized.
Organized. Just check with each other to make sure you're not duplicating. If you are, don't worry anyway.
Positive.
Being positive. Good job. Being positive. Rewind, you got anything so far? No? If it comes to you, don't be shy. Just yell it out. Yeah.
Polite.
Being polite. Being polite.
Diligent.
Diligent. Ooh, being diligent. Man, nice. Oh, that's a great word. Diligent. What else? What else? Like, remember, your role as a student. What makes a great student? What makes a great classmate? Yes, sir.
Trustworthy.
Trustworthy. Ooh. Trustworthy. That's a big one. That's a big one. You got to own that one. You got to own that one. What else? What do you got?
Love.
Love. Ooh. That's a heavy hitter. Love's a heavy hitter. That's a no joke. That's a no joke. They're all no joke. These are all absolutely no joke. What else?
Productive.
Being productive. Ooh, that's great. Being productive. What are you producing? What are you doing? What's the outcome? Ooh, more on outcome later, right? Rohan, what do you got?
Teamwork.
How much?
Teamwork.
Teamwork. Ooh, teamwork. That's awesome. Collaboration. Right. Teamwork. Yes, sir.
Reliable.
Reliable. Keep them coming, everybody. Keep them coming. We'll go through them little by little. Reliable. Yes, sir.
Caring.
Caring. Man. Guys are setting a high bar here. I love it. Caring. Yes, sir.
Honesty.
Say it again. Louder.
Honesty.
Honesty. Ooh. You mean you got to be honest? I can't tell lies all day? Come on. Excellent. Just a few more. How about a few more?
Helpful.
2 or 3 more. Helpful. Being very helpful. Awesome. Awesome. 2 more. 2 more. Quality of a classmate. You come into a classmate, you want them to be this because it benefits you and that person. What is it?
Hardworking.
Hardworking. Ooh. Do we have that up there already? Hardworking. Great job. Yeah, great word.
Motivated.
A motivated student. Wow. Great words. Great words, great words. Hardworking, motivated. Okay, great. Awesome. Thank you, girls. Thank you, thank you. Good job. So, here we go. So we could list as many as possible, but I think, you know, just listing absolutely everything and trying to own all those immediately, I think is a bit much. So why don't we just pick 11? Why 11? Well, I'll tell you why 11. 11 is my favorite number. Why is it my favorite number? This is why it's my favorite number. When I was younger, I always wanted to be number 1. And so when it came out for getting your jerseys, I wanted to be number 1. Well, guess what? I wasn't number 1. Somebody else picked number 1, and I got angry. So you know what I picked? 11. Why? How much?
2, 1.
Because there's more number 1s. So he had 1 number 1 on his jersey, and I had 2 number 1s on my jersey. A bit selfish, don't you think? A bit too much of look at me. And I think later, as I've gone throughout my career, both you know, growing up as a teenager and then getting into college and being competitive in my own nature and just kind of thinking back about my philosophy when I was younger, that was really a selfish thing. So the number 11 reminds me of how not to be. And that's why it's my favorite number. So why don't we pick 11 of these traits and we'll focus on those. All right? So the top 11 traits, the greatest 11 traits of a great student or a great classmate. Okay? So let's kind of think about these things. Does anything stand out to anybody? Any one of these words stand out to anybody? Yes, ma'am.
Love.
Love. Why? Why?
Because you need to show respect for everyone, and everyone needs to feel loved in the classroom.
Yeah, like if you feel like you've been nurtured, you feel like you're cared for, you feel like somebody loves you, all right? Aren't you going to produce a little more? Aren't you going to work a little harder? Aren't you going to be a little more confident? Doesn't it seem like this is the lace that ties it all together? It seems that way, but we can talk more about that. Great. Anything else stand out to anybody? Anything else? Yes.
Positive.
What's that?
Positive.
Being positive. You don't want to work. You don't want to be at where's positive?
There.
Oh, here it is, right here. Thank you. So you don't want to be negative. You ever been around negative people? Don't they just suck the life out of a room? Okay? But it's okay. It's okay to have those feelings. Just don't act on them. It's okay to think like that. We all get like that. But when you put it in action, that's when you affect people. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. Good job. Anything else stand out? Anything else stand out? Like if it's got to be on that list, which one for you has got to be on that list? Yes, ma'am.
Respect.
Respect. That's awesome. Respect in what way?
Like respecting other people's thoughts and like how they feel, I guess.
Yeah, good. Absolutely. Like to be respectful. Don't you think you have to be a good listener? Yeah, like don't jump down their throat just because you have an opposing view or you disagree. Listen to them because they might shed some insight into your views. It might not change your mind, but just become aware of how somebody else is thinking, which is really all that anyone's really looking for. Just be mindful of what I'm doing. Okay, not that I'm going to change your mind and what I say is right and you're wrong, but just be mindful and consider. And that goes a long way toward respect. Awesome. Okay, one more that may jump out at you. Ooh, 2 more. Why not?
Reliable.
Being reliable. What about being reliable?
Because you have to be able to depend on another person if you're doing like a group assignment. So both of you do well.
Yeah, absolutely. And what about self-reliance? How about that? Relying on yourself to be disciplined and whatever you think a great classmate might be. Not only that, just in class, but in life, like being organized with your family life and your peer life and your social life and your academic life and your work life. And now it sounds busy, doesn't it? So, I don't want to do that. I just want to chill. It's okay. Chill is good. Yeah. What was your other one?
Hard work.
Hardworking. Why does that strike a tone with you?
Because someone's work ethic has something to do with their success.
Yeah, you think? You think people just they wake up and they're successful? No, they work hard for what they do. They have a plan. When you have a plan, you work hard toward that. Not guaranteed it's going to happen, but I tell you what, you sure put yourself in a better position. And even if you don't, guess what? Someone's going to take notice of the grind that you just went through and the commitment you just gave yourself, 100%. And they see that as a great quality. All right, everybody, this is a great list. So let's try, if we can. I know there's more than 11 words up here, but let's just go through 11. So I'm going to go through them one by one, and you raise your hand, and we'll tally them that way, and we'll see what ranks important to this class. So let's just start over here. How about reliable? Who thinks reliable makes the list? If you don't raise your hand. It's okay. This is a tough list. They all belong there, but we're only going to pick 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8. Okay, good. Responsibility. Responsibility. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, responsibility gets 11. Okay, good. Circle it so no, we did it. Polite. Who thinks polite makes the list? No? 1. I'll go with 1. Just kind of up there. Being polite. Okay, good. Who thinks motivated makes the list? Motivated. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ooh. Might have a winner there. 12. All right. Trustworthy. Trustworthy. Who thinks trustworthy makes that list? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, trustworthy is 11. Good. Good, good, good. Positive. Being positive should make that list. That's up there for you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's an 8. Good. Productive. Who thinks productive makes the list? Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. 9 for production. Honesty. Who thinks honesty? Great quality to have as a student. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Uh-oh. How about the others? You don't think you should be honest? I'm just kidding. Just teasing. Helpful. Who thinks you ought to be helpful? That's a great quality to have as a good student, a good classmate. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Okay, 4. Hey, it's okay. It might make the top 11. Hey, that you made the board, any of these words that made the board, is worthy of anybody's list, I think. But remember, we're splitting hairs up here. These are all great, great qualities. Caring. Who thinks caring ought to make that list? Caring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's it 6? It's 6. Teamwork. Teamwork makes that list. That's one of the top 11 traits of a great student, a great classmate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 there. Hardworking. Hardworking. Whose list is going to have hardworking on it? Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, 10's up there. Okay, good. Respect. Does respect make the list? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Organized. Got to be organized. No, someone says. That's okay. It doesn't have to be on your list. 1, 2, 3, 3. Ooh. Okay, it's funny how we're splitting hairs here. Diligence. You must be diligent. 1, 2 and a half, 3. Okay. It's all right. Alligator arms, it's okay. Love. Wow. Love. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow. Now that is a heavy hitter. Did we get them all? Did I miss any? No, we missed one?
No.
Oh, we got them all. Okay. What's number 1, everybody?
Love.
What's the most? Is it love? Is there another 12? Oh, you know what? You mind if I write love first? Okay, good. Good, good, good. So oh, sorry, Mr. Ev. Let's go over here. Number 1, number 1. Number 1, love. Great. Is that big enough? Let me write a little bigger so you all see it back there. What's 2, motivated? What's 3? Okay, so here we go. We got motivated with 12. We got love with 12. Any 11s? Responsibility. Right. Number 4 is what?
Trustworthy.
Trustworthy. What's number 5? Any 10s?
Respect.
10s is respect. We have a respect.
And hardworking.
All right. I think this list is starting to just fall out. And what's number 6? Hardworking. 7. Kind of abbreviating a little bit. What's any 8? Something not 10s on the board.
No, we just did that.
Oh, 9s on the board. Production, honesty. No order here. They tied.
And teamwork also.
Honesty.
Teamwork was 7.
Oh, I thought it was 9.
That's it? 8s. We're the 8s.
Reliable, positive.
Reliable, positive. What else?
That's it.
That's it. Reliable and positive. Reliable. Positive. And good old number 11. What's next?
Teamwork.
Teamwork. Oh, look at that. You knew how that had to make the list. Wow, it's a pretty sweet list. Love, motivated, responsible, trustworthy, respect, hard work, productive, honesty, reliable, positive, teamwork. Imagine you walked into a class and that was just present every single day. Every single day. Not that you got to be on top of your game all the time, 24/7. We all kind of get emotionally drained. I get it, 100%. But if you keep this list just somewhat near the front of your mind and that it's there all the time, don't you think you're going to be better off? And by the way, how do you get better at something? You practice. And what does that do? Where's hard work? Where's hard work? That's what you got to do with this list. This list, now, this is the easy part, people. Coming up with a list, that's the easy part. It's easy to say words. It's easy to be encouraging. It's another thing to live it. But to live it, you got to be committed to it. You got to commit. Commit. It's okay to make mistakes. Because if you're committed, you're going to learn from those. Don't fear failure. Don't. Don't ever feel failure. It's just another indication of, hey, where are you supposed to be? Look over here. Pay attention to this. That's all failure is. Hey, pay attention to this. You want it to be strong? Pay attention. You want to be good? Practice. So let's put in that hard work. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's awesome. That's awesome. This is a great list, people. So I really, let's just go through one at a time. Love. Man. What does love mean to you? What does love mean to you? I'll tell you what it means to me. It means you love both parts of your experiences, the good and the bad. Because from the bad is how you become good. Bad, I mean failures, not good and bad. You know, yin and yang, good and bad, black and white, yes and no. There's a lot of gray, people. There's a lot of gray. But if you're going to go good and bad, or good and evil, or whatever, you know, just take that as, okay, so how do I get over there? Just love that you got it wrong. You got to love the process. You got to love your experiences. You got to love what you go through. Just love it. Embrace it. Don't ignore it. Embrace it. If you can embrace it and move on and learn from whatever it is that you need to learn from, whether it's a conversation in the hallway, whether it's something you got wrong on a test, whether it's a screw up at home with your sister, your brother, your mom, your dad, your coworker, whoever. You just learn from that and be positive about the word's positive. Positive make the list? Yeah. Look at these words coming up when you start talking about life. Aren't these the things that you ought to take from classrooms? Yeah. Aren't these the things that ought to be prevalent in your mind when you walk into a classroom? Yeah, we're going to get through the math. I know the math. You know the math. If you don't, I'm going to bring it out of you. We'll get the job done, 100%. But if we can do it with these qualities present in your mind, I think we're going to go a lot further than we ever thought we would. And deeper, for that matter. I really, really do. Okay? How's that? Yeah? Anybody have anything to say about this list?
Like it.
I like it. I love it. You're damn right. Oh my gosh, it's fantastic. But I got to say just one last thing. Trust. Trust. Eliminate self-doubt. Trust yourself so you eliminate the self-doubt. Rule number one, no matter what you do in life. Trust it. Number two, eliminate the self-doubt. Be reliable. And then be asymmetrical in your attack. Everything's not going to go according to plan. Everything's not going to be beautiful on this list. Hey, this is what's going to happen in my life. I'm going to study to be a doctor. Yeah, well, what if it doesn't? So what? So what? Be asymmetrical in your attack. Be asymmetrical in your outlook. Be ready for anything. Be adaptable. Don't be so linear. You know what I mean? Don't be so straight line. You have to go this way? Okay, go that way until you get knocked off course or drawn off course. See what I mean? Just be a little asymmetrical. So, trust, eliminate self-doubt, be asymmetrical in your attack on life and everything. And I think you're going to be better off. 100%. 100%, 100%. Questions, comments, concerns? All right, great way. Now remember, let's focus on one at a time. One at a time. We'll pick one word a week. Why don't we start right at the top? We'll start with love. That'll be the word of the week. We'll go love for a few days. Talk about that. Hey, I love it. Great job. We'll use the word. Let's use the language. Because to get good at it, you gotta practice it. So if we're gonna commit to that, let's use it. Don't be afraid of it, because if you're afraid of it, that's where self-doubt comes in. Self-doubt comes in, you're not gonna be very productive. You dig? See how it all kind of goes together? One word turns right into the other. That's the beauty of the list. This really is the same thing. It just depends on which dynamic of your life or your quality you want to work on. And I say quality because I mean that. We're all of great quality. We just got to show everybody what we're made of, and including yourself. Don't ever be afraid to take inventory. Hey, you know what? I'm a little lacking in the trust. Let me put it out there. Let me get a little courageous and be trustful. And be trustworthy, and trust my friends, and trust some new people. I just trust them. See how it feels. You'll deal with it. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Then we'll pick another one, and another one, and then another. Okay? Great job, everybody. Great job. Good job. Good list. Good list.
Mr. Towns, I've got to ask you now. I know you apply this to a symbolic equation that you teach the teams you coach. Mr. Towns, of course, you know, is the assistant girls soccer coach, right?
Volunteer this year, correct.
Volunteer assistant soccer coach, head swim coach, boys and girls, and head boys lacrosse coach.
Correct.
When you talk about sports or class or whatever, I know there's a little equation. Is it on your little bulldog?
It was back there before, yeah.
So what's the equation and how does that relate?
Oh, this is great. This is great. It's E plus R is equal to O. E stands for, anybody know what E stands for? I think we've spoken about this before. What's E, Mark?
Event.
It's an event. These are events that go on, either internally, externally. These are events in our life. And what's the R? Yes, Marianne. What is that?
Response.
It's the responses. Okay, so we interact with the events around us through response. And that's hopefully going to equal the O. What's an O? What's an O? Malik? That's the outcome. But we don't necessarily control. What's the only part of this equation we control, everybody? Sadie?
The response.
The response. Yeah, it's the only thing you control. When you study your tail off for a test, you automatically get that 97 you're looking for? No. So you don't always get the response that you're looking for. Just because you work your tail off for that game on Saturday doesn't mean you're going to win it. Just because you've developed a relationship doesn't mean someone might not accidentally or intentionally take advantage of that. You don't know the outcome. But you do know your response. You know yourself the best. So that's what you control. So if we can control our response and live what? Above the line behavior or below the line behavior?
Above.
We want to live above the line behavior. What kinds of traits and qualities do people display that live below the line? Like what are things that they would do if it doesn't go their way? Say?
It's called like BCD, and it's like when you blame other people and like complain and
D. I'm sorry, BCD. What's a D? Deflect, right? Deflect. Or, you know, just, so let's blame other people. Let's not take responsibility. So basically, you want to live above the line. We want to own it. And it's uncomfortable because it's comfy to be down here. Misery loves company, as they say. Misery loves company. So we try and aim at behaviors that are above the line that lead to our outcome, but not necessarily guarantee it.
So in a minute when I finally get out of here, he's probably going to hand you, in a sense, a geometry event. And I'm guessing if they can apply some of the 11 things to the way they respond to it, maybe you can get a good grade or get something out of this class.
100%.
So,
100%.
And I got a comment on your list. As a teacher and an athlete, I don't learn things that come easy to me. They came easy, I didn't learn a thing. It's when I fell short that I learned a lot.
Yeah.
Unless I dismissed it and deflected and said, well, I'll just move on and ignore it. Don't ignore it. So that's
Wasn't my fault.
Here's my favorite, though, because all these words you were coming up with, I couldn't help but sit in the back and think like, wow, Sadie, when you were in my IT class and Max, when you guys were in IT, I'm pretty sure, and those of you guys that have Mr. and Mrs. Terlesky or Mr. Spade, I'm pretty sure you heard a lot of those words when you did your final project and you had to base that on OT. So Mr. Towns is really helping you guys revisit that. Boy, we're going to a land of darkness. People watching probably can't see, but all of a sudden we must have got some cloud cover with shades down so we can. The one of all, I love them all. Every one of them's a number one.
Absolutely.
And yet this one's way down on his favorite number, 1-1. Probably deserves a double one, Mr. Towns.
Yeah,
you know
maybe.
What? Guess what? is sometimes on many lists, if you look up lists of the most important characteristics or qualities employers look for in the people they hire, you are going to see this at the top or near the top of every single list. It is about teamwork. So, all right. Mr. Towns, thanks for letting us come. We got to let you get to a whole lot of geometry now.
That's right.
I hope you guys work on the R. Hey guys, you guys and anybody that tunes in later, there's a wrestling match, a state wrestling match tonight at home. So we
Awesome.
encourage you to go there. And it's senior night, so it's always nice to have
Oh,
seniors.
outstanding. Awesome.
And we're going to get into Mr. Kernzan's class later in the week as well, because he's got some cool stuff going on. But until next time, we'll see you later.
Good class,